The way that child support is calculated in Washington, we typically use a formula, so that's going to take into account both parents' salaries, whatever they make, whatever they bring in. It's also going to calculate their expenses. Expenses that will come into play will be your rent, your mortgage, typical living expenses such as your utilities, your food, your vehicle expenses. So just your typical day-to-day bills that you should already have known and have budgeted out. Those are all going to come into play in calculating child support in Washington. The state will use this calculator as a guide. It's not always set in stone. There is some wiggle room. Other things that may come into play, other children you have in the household, if you are currently paying support on another child, the way that all of that goes into the calculations will differentiate your payment. Can child support be modified? This is a question that is very common. And yes, child support can be modified. There does have to typically be some major change in circumstances. Typically, this is what you're going to see when maybe you suffer job loss or change in employment. Anything that really changes your circumstances financially would be grounds to modify your child support. Some other examples for when you may want to modify your child support could be a change in education costs. Maybe your kids are going to a different school. Maybe there's change in daycare. Anything that's going to vastly modify from what the original support was based off of. How do you go about filing for a modification of child support? So in order to do so, you have to file a motion within the court. Typically, you're going to provide any documentation of the change, and this is when we usually suggest that you get an attorney involved to help you through the steps. So what happens in the event that child support is missed? If you come across this issue, you would need to file for contempt. When you file for contempt, the other party is also on the hook for 12% interest on top of their missed child support payments. People may wonder, do the payments ever go away? They don't. You will always be on the hook for child support. They can garnish your paycheck, garnish your wages. There's many different things that the state can do to go after you for that missed child support. So who do you work with if child support is being missed? So you can file a motion. You can work with the Division of Child Support in Washington State. They have a lot of very powerful tools to help you through this process and guide you. In serious cases, this can lead to contempt, the suspension of your license, and also, in very severe cases, jail time. If you have any questions about child support in Washington State, please give us a call. Here at Johnson Law Firm, we fight for families and their fresh start.